Appreciate that. Like the stream. We're going to get into this Tichina Arnold story. It's become a story because there were disgruntled people that were unhappy. And mainly women, melanated women, who feel like she's doing too much for melanated men, you know. They feel like they shouldn't have to. She's asking of them to do more, you know, for melanated men, and that's really not what she's saying. But just as the title says, you know, when you attack good men are just gonna walk away. And it ain't a lot of good men out here for you, for a lot of you women, especially a lot of you single and available women. And that number of single women is growing every single day. But shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the moderators and the channel members. Salute to the people that can't chat because, you know, you got to wait a certain amount of time because, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to the people that support me on Patreon. I got a Patreon exclusive. Yeah, I'm going to be posting soon. I'm going to talk about the perfect white knight. I'm going to talk about you white knights, you perfect white knights. I'm going to go in, putting that on Patreon. Make sure y'all like the stream. Of course, I'm your host, Jaye the Black. Let's see who's here. Matthew, Sigma, Mango, Sugar, 25 Kid, Chris, Just a Girl from Africa. Shout out to Black Rain, Brian, Ghetto Guru, Renee, Zeke, Shing, Aaron, Trill, Yahawashi, as I said, Judah, Nawal 10, or 1-0, Samurai, let's see, Maul MC, Dwayne, last name first, Ron Reckless, Eric Tate, got two Erics, Eric Square and Eric Tate, JJ Diesel, Carl Page, Dice, what's up? You know what's ridiculous is that you know, I come across videos. People send me videos. Like I recently got sent a video. It was a TikTok video. It was a young black male. Might be young. He might be older than me. But he was reacting to a video. It was a Clubhouse video of black women who were talking about how much they love to see black men get manhandled by the police. And they were saying a lot of disgusting things about black men. I may even do a Patreon exclusive on that. I ain't putting that type of trash on my YouTube, but I may put it on my Patreon though, or on the website. Who knows? But there's a lot of bitter, melanated women out here, man. And they get into these Clubhouse groups or Twitter spaces or YouTube, and they say some of the most disgusting things about black men. And you wonder why. You wonder why you can't keep a man. And the majority of the women in that Clubhouse probably have black sons because most of these chicks got kids. Make no mistake about it. Some don't. Some of you goofy, nerdy, weird, suburban, raised, melanated heifers who for some reason didn't even grow up around black males, but you have this disdain towards them. You worship Caucasian men who ignore you every single day. See, we really have to look at what's going on out here, man. And the fact that these women are losing their minds. Talking about how you like to see black men get manhandled by the police. But they claim the feds are watching the manosphere. The feds need to be watching these clubhouse groups where these melanated women say this disgusting stuff on Clubhouse or TikTok. You need to be watching them because they're the ones who may end up doing something violent or crazy. Now, we do have the situation that happened in New York with the guy. Apparently, he did YouTube videos. I didn't know him. I've never seen him before. I've never seen any of his videos. I've never seen him in my comment section or chat room because I don't attract that type of energy. Okay? And, yeah, man, these women are losing their minds. And they're just saying anything that comes to mind because one man hurt them. So that one man that hurts you, you take that into your adult life because of all that past trauma, and you want to put it off on all of us. Let me tell you something right now. You're going to make yourself susceptible to more trauma. See, when you try to pedestalize something or someone over somebody else because somebody who looks like them, they did something to you, you're just opening yourself up to being more abused, right? That's all you're doing. You're just opening up yourself to more abuse and more exploitation. That's what happens. That's what happens. So you heifers can say whatever you want, but that karma is going to come back on you. It's going to be visited on your children, on you especially, but mostly on your children. Because when you talk about how you like to see black males get manhandled by the police or beat up by the police and harmed, what if you have a black son, okay? And harm comes to him. You're not going to be saying that. You're gonna want to defend your child, but you get on here and you say this egregious things because some man hurt you in your past and you never got over it. Well, get over it. Get over it. Because unless you want more trauma in your life, you need to get help before it only gets worse. It's only going to get worse. That pain, that mental pain is only going to get worse because you're carrying around all this hate. So, another thing I want to talk about too. I saw something in the comment section before I went live. No, after I went live yesterday, there was some person that said, well, if you turn the stream up that I'm doing, right, you turn up the speed, it will be fast. I guess some people have an issue with my cadence and how I speak in my live streams. Let me tell you something. There's a reason why I'm good at this and other people aren't. Whether they're visually on the screen or not, they're still not very good at this. Because I know how to keep an audience and I know how to draw an audience in. I've been doing this over 8 years. So if you feel the need to speed up the live stream, do that. I mean, okay. And he's like giving people a tutorial about how to make the stream go. I mean, just weird behavior from the nitpicking and weird behavior I see from some of you. It's why you're where you're at. It's why you're where you're at in life. But you wouldn't dare get on any video or live stream and do this by yourself for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and be able to grow and maintain a group of people. Just don't have what it takes. I'm telling you that right now. All right? So do what you feel like you have to do. Let's get into Tichina Arnold. There were, I guess, people that didn't like what Tichina Arnold had to say. Tichina Arnold has always come across as very fair to me. I don't think that she dislikes men. I don't think that she dislikes women. I don't think that she's a mammy, even though the people that use that term don't even know what it means. They have misused that term. I see, and I'll be hearing these females here on YouTube misuse that word, but claim they're educated. How are you educated, but you misuse the term mammy? You worship Caucasian men, and you take a term that was, which is the definition of worship, and you try to put it off on melanated women who actually respect melanated men and that want to be with them and may defend them. That's how I know a lot of y'all aren't educated. A lot of y'all are dumb. There's nothing educated about you. Make sure y'all like the stream. Y'all misuse words and then claim you're educated. Claim you're successful when you don't even use terms properly in their proper context. That's probably why your relationships constantly fail too. Also, the not getting healing from the trauma. But, it doesn't help that a lot of these chicks say a lot of things and they want sympathy. Then when they get called out, they want to drudge up sympathy. We're not going to care at that point. We're not going to care about your past. We're not going to care about the issues you've had because you've already burnt that bridge. A lot of these heifers are burning bridges every day to the point that we don't care what you went through. Let's look at what they had to say about this Tichina Arnold. This is the tweet that she put up. We're going to come back to that. But this is according to Yahoo. It says, out of all the black celebrities to become Twitter's main character of the day, beloved actress Tichina Arnold was probably low on everyone's list, but the possibility has now skyrocketed into our current reality. Arnold was roasted alive on Twitter for her statement about black men being emasculated. In her view, in American society, she tweeted, honest question, what can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? Now, you would think that this was harmless, but to your average Americanized black woman, black men are the enemy, okay? And we don't see them that way, but they see us this way. That's why I say it's a one-sided gender war, because a lot of these mentally unstable, trauma-having heifers get online every day looking for a black man to attack. But they don't attack the people that have hurt them over the years. But they want to get on here and attack people that they don't know. You attack this woman over a question. All you had to do was answer and go about your day. But that's not enough for a lot of you mentally unstable heifers who clearly have psychological issues. You blame the wrong people for your trauma. Tichina Arnold didn't hurt you. Some regular guy on Twitter didn't hurt you. You need to confront the people that have hurt you. That's what you need to do. Instead of getting online and attacking this woman. Because there is a lot of emasculation of black men. Men in general, I would say, but mostly black men in America. I mean, every time you turn on a TV show or movie, they try to depict a black man as either gay or having them in a dress and a wig. These are questions that should be answered because women do aid in this. Women do aid in this. I told y'all the story about one time I was in the store and there was 3 black women behind the counter, right? And they were talking about how they were upset that people didn't like the fact that Lil Nas X had come out or whatnot. And they didn't understand why people maybe have felt some type of way. People felt like he was being used to emasculate black men. They disagreed. But then they will claim that their boyfriends are not bi or gay or, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's gay except for their boyfriend or husband or side dude. Have y'all wanted, or their sons? Definitely not their sons. Everybody else, they support the gay community, the alphabet community, but you better not claim their son is gay. You better not claim their boyfriend likes women and men, or they gonna feel some type of way. Everybody else, they're okay with everybody else being gay, but not their sons, not their husband or boyfriend. And the thing is this, instead of attacking Tichina Arnold, y'all need to be attacking the fact that these males are being allowed into women's sports, but y'all don't say nothing. Y'all allow it. Y'all allow these males to erase you out of sports, but then you claim you want equal pay when it comes to women's basketball and women's soccer. But you're allowing males to be in female sports and to dominate. As you can imagine, her followers had a lot to say on the topic, chief of which being that black women don't have to be the ones to save black men for their personal mistakes. Well, that's not what she's saying. What she's saying is, how can they help as far as the propaganda? That's what she's saying. But because a lot of these black women get online every day to attack black men because of the trauma that they refuse to address elsewhere, they want to address that trauma online by projecting it on somebody else. They want to attack Tichina Arnold. What about us as black women? Wrote another. Where is the protection and respect for us? You can start by taking back this insulting, unequivocally asinine question that is completely devoid of any actual historical context to back it up, added another commenter, because history has shown time and again that the black women have been the ones protecting black men, and what do they do for us? Black women have never, ever been the protectors of black men. The only black males they've been protecting is their grown sons who they baby and allowed to live in their home until they're like 40 years old. Those are the only men you've been protecting. You don't protect the black men in your neighborhood. You don't protect the black men that you work with, that you be trying to get fired from the job, right? So what black men have you heifers been protecting? The only black men you protect is the black men in your family, probably your sons who do crazy things, and you defend them. How many times have we seen mothers defend their sons committing crimes? Those are the only black men a lot of you protect. Y'all don't protect black men who just being black men. And they're going to say, well, Jane, what about Black Lives Matter? What about Black Lives Matter? They haven't saved anybody. They've been taking money from black people, and they've been toasting to the fact that George Floyd's death was able to get them to make money so they can buy a $6 million mansion out of the many couple of mansions they've bought. One of the male commenters seemed to agree with the women, of course, because he probably is a limp wrist male ally. He's a perfect white knight. He's a perfect white knight. That's what he is. He's a perfect white knight. I appreciate the gesture, Ms. Arnold, but I don't know if that is your responsibility in or of itself. Emasculation is a subjective construct. How is it a subjective construct? Black men are being emasculated, and they have for many years. You just feel like it's an attack on who you are. Trans women, gay men portrayed in the media, independent black women. None of this emasculates me. My manhood isn't fragile. He's one of these perfect white knights. I've told y'all, you got these perfect white knights that fly in with their sword and shield to talk about how much their manhood isn't fragile. That's because your woman, if you like women, is probably taking care of you. Another male commenter wrote nothing in response to Arnold's question, adding that black men should stop treating emotions, asking for help, being LGBT, not being the breadwinner in a relationship, and liking untraditionally manly things as emasculating. If you as a man is gay and you like other men, I don't think she's talking about that as emasculation. She's talking about the portrayal of men. When you see a woman beat up her son in public and she get praised for it. Her son is a teenager. He's damn near a grown man, and she's beating him up to drag him away from some type of, I would say it was a protest. I think it was a protest. Y'all remember that woman that got praised for slapping up her son, right? I've seen women belittle their own husbands and boyfriends, talk crap to them, question their manhood. That's what we're talking about. No one cares that you like males, that you're a male that likes males. We're talking about how women have treated men in the company of other people, even in private. We're talking about how the media emasculates men, putting them in dresses. And these are straight men I'm talking about. Not men that like to wear dresses. I'm talking about men that traditionally, they're not with the wearing dresses and wigs and makeup, and they're having to make fun of themselves. That's what they're talking about. Others also comment on how the question about emasculation sounds like a covert discussion about homophobia and transphobia. Another added, can we please start calling these emasculation conversations what they really are, homophobia? I mean, she didn't even say that. You're assuming emasculation means homophobia. You're assuming that. That is you assuming that it's homophobia. Therefore, you're homophobic. But some people actually answered Arnold's question under the assumption that there is more sinister plot at work to keep black women and black men from uniting. I mean, the way that we attack each other, it seems like that plan has been completed. If there is a plan, right? Another wrote, as you can see by the comments, sis, the hate for us is real. Either we hate ourselves, created by white supremacy, you hate us, more white supremacy, or society as a whole. Maybe even the planet hates us. Again, white supremacy. Love us as you love yourself. Well, we do have a lot of self-hate that we refuse to address. Let's get to this. This was the response that she had towards all of the estrogen energy that was in that other tweet. Still reading comments. Two thoughts. One, despite all, I will never be fearful of asking anyone questions. Two, the black man and the woman needs to heal together. We are up against a plethora of odds that are continually stacked against us, but it won't change my love for all of us. But you see, you got to understand something. Tichina. A lot of these people don't love themselves. A lot of the people that's attacking you don't love themselves. They hate themselves. They pretend to be on some female empowerment, but what it really is let's gang up on black men, because I was hurt by a black man and I wasn't able to heal from that. So I don't think there's any good black men. Meanwhile, she has like 3 kids by black men. She's probably currently in a relationship with a black man, but she gets on here and she tries to disrespect black men. That's the weirdest psychology I've ever seen. You got black women that support divesting, but they're with some dusty black male. A black male that without her, he would be nothing. He wouldn't have anything. He'll be a bum, probably a bigger bum than he already is. And, without her, he's nothing. But then they get on here and they want to down talk black men. When you lay up with one, you have to kiss them in the mouth every night. You have to, you lay down with him. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. What's good, Steven? Cali girl, Sarah. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. That's where we at with this, man. Like, heal your trauma. Heal your trauma before you get on YouTube or social media and say the stuff that you're saying. Because let me tell a lot of you melanated women something. Black men have been moving on for years. A lot of black men haven't. I know there are black men that haven't dated a black woman since the early 2000s. They don't deal with black women. They don't. They don't care to. They don't want to, because of this attitude and this weird psychology that you have. This love-hate relationship you have with black men. You don't like black men, but you like Black Dizzy. You love that Black D. You cannot stay away from it. But you get online 6 days out the week and you want to trash black men. But when you get horny and lonely Saturday nights, guess who you calling? That same dusty beta male that you've been talking down on for years, for months, right? You call him in the middle of the night, or you hopping on some dating app to get that black D that you claim you don't want. But us as black men, we know the difference. Listen, we have all the secrets. All you divested heifers, we know. We know a lot of you are cap because you calling us to get the D. See, we as black men, we have all you heifer secrets. We know everything. But we don't say nothing. We don't have to. Because we know you're going to be calling us 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday nights when you're lonely and you're horny. We know who you going to be calling. Y'all trying to attack this woman who meant no disrespect or harm by what she was saying, but a lot of you heifers are broken. But y'all be on here trying to pretend like y'all don't want black men. But guess who you laying up with? I was about to say something else, but you know I got to keep it PG. Y'all getting on here running your mouths, hopping on live streams or Twitter and Instagram, and y'all just say anything, knowing full well you're lying. You're lying and the truth is not with you. We know at the end of the night, we know who you calling. So stop it, okay? Stop it. I wish these dudes would expose y'all, man. I wish some of these guys that you heifers are screwing come across your videos or come across your posts on Twitter and they get on here and say, man, she is lying. She was calling me today. Talking about some, hey, big head, or hey, what you doing? What I'm doing you now. I'm telling you, man, I want y'all to understand, man, these women are double-minded. They're two-faced. They say one thing and do another. I'm telling you, man, they're mad at her because she revealed inadvertently that a lot of these women are just hurt and they don't want to fix anything with black men publicly. Now, privately, it's a different story, but publicly, they don't want to fix anything, but they have to understand you have a black son. A lot of these heifers do. You don't want your black son to be disrespected and talked down to. So why do you get on here and disrespect black men you don't know? You're disrespecting somebody. Some black woman's son you're disrespecting. The emasculation of black men is going on. And people can try to act like it's not, but it is. Hold on, where's my notes here? You know, sometimes I feel like black women are becoming a lost cause in America because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. All we have, black men, black women, all we have is each other. But if one of the people in your group is dysfunctional and all they want is war, it's hard for any relationship to work for you. These women have pushed good men away for so long. Those good men are dating other women. You know, one of the craziest things I've seen is with this Christian Abumsley situation, right? So it's different factors here. I don't like how he lost his life. I don't like the fact that there are other black people who are attacking him because he was with a white woman. When a lot of y'all would date white people or sleep with white people, but you get online and try to act like you don't. That's the crazy thing. Y'all act like you've never been with a Caucasian person. Some of you are actively with Caucasian people and you disrespecting a Christian Abumsley. That's the crazy thing I've been saying. You see, blaming us as black men is easy because we've always been the scapegoat. Black men have always been the scapegoat of society. When things don't go right, they blame us. We are the piñata, but we have adapted. We have learned to move on. And let me say this too about a lot of you melanated women. The IR statistics have not grown. in your favor. A lot of y'all are still struggling because you don't understand, for the most part, that no matter what man of any race, if you are dysfunctional, we're going to know you're dysfunctional, and we're not going to want anything to do with you. Understand that. We're not going to want anything to do with you. I did a video today about the actress. Her husband left her. She had a meltdown. He was with her for 24 years. They have 2 or 3 kids together, I think. He's a Caucasian man. She is a biracial woman, but she passes as black. Y'all call her a black woman. She's on all these swirl pages. Y'all gonna have to take her down now. No matter what race of man you go to, if you're crazy and a lunatic, that relationship is not gonna last. It really isn't. So, 1 second. Where am I? Oh, shout out to Elbert. Appreciate the super chat, man. Hold on, let me make sure there's notification go off. Hold on. There we go. Shout out to Elbert. I don't know what the Elbert say. Jay, you're right. Black men have been moving on. Check out the IR stats for black men from 2010 to 2017. It went from 11% to 15% on black demographics. Yeah, because a lot of black men are moving on. Black men are moving on from black women. So y'all can get in your clubhouse groups and you can try to bash and demean black men all you want to. You're just going to be another lonely heifer alone, drinking your wine, popping your pills, snorting your cocaine, wondering where the good men gone. Wondering where the good men gone. You see, that past trauma needs to get healed. I think a lot of women, especially a lot of melanated women, have allowed the trauma to control them. It is their venom. And they get online and they spew their venom. Not understanding that, black men are not going to care. Most black men are indifferent to the things you say. Yeah, Clubhouse is an app where people get on there. It's like a super Google Hangout, but it's like voice only. You can't get on there and cam up and all that, Black men, that's what black women don't understand. I wish black women understood this. Black men are becoming indifferent to you. They are becoming indifferent to you. And that's not what you want. Because indifference means that they're not going to be swayed anyway. Either you shaming them into coming back or you dissing them. They were like, man, I date Becky's anyway. I date Latinas anyway. I date Asian women anyway. I don't date you. So it doesn't matter what you say in Clubhouse. You sitting up there raising 2-3 kids by yourself. Meanwhile, I'm traveling. I'm living life. While you sitting up on Clubhouse miserable. That's your life. My life ain't that. My life is way better than that. Also, they need to have kids by the right men. You need to start having children by the right men, because if you don't have children by the right men, it's only going to make your descent into madness even more. These Western women are descending into madness. And it started with them having their children with the wrong men. Not capable, strong, intelligent men that they claim they want when they're 48 years old. You should have been wanting that when you were 28 years old. But you didn't. You thought, man, I still got a few good years left. Let me get flown out somewhere, right? That's their mindset, man. And then once again, when that fails, look who they blaming. Look whose fault it is that for 30 something years, you've been screwing up in your dating life. Guess whose fault it is? Even though she's not going to tell you about the sprinkles of Brads that she done been with, she ain't going to tell you about that. it's black men's fault that she ain't got her life together. When you shouldn't have had kids with these losers when you were in your prime. You should have been in your prime getting the best man, not a male, a man to come in and make your life better. But you didn't do that, did you? You cared more about how it's going to look on Instagram, how it's going to look on Facebook. You want to go on expensive dates. You want to go travel around. Yeah, you know, some of these lames, they don't like these uneducated lames. They don't like when I use the term flued out. It's not flued out, it's flown out, Jay. They hate when I use flued out. These uneducated lames that be in my comment section mad. They never say nothing in the chat room because they already know what's going to happen. They wait and get into the comment section. It's not flued out, Jay. It's flown out.
As a black man myself, I love black women, but don't get mad when we date other women, but no one call them out for dating other racial s. Let's be real.
Appreciate that, Jay Blue. Just look at the new Supreme Court Justice. Look at the new Supreme Court Justice and how much support she's getting. Look how much support Kamala Harris got. They're married to Caucasian men, and I did not see none of y'all trying to cancel them. I didn't even see black men attacking them because, again, we're indifferent. But let it be a black man with a white woman. They will be looking for any reason to attack him, to cancel him. But y'all okay with the new Supreme Court Justice nominee and Kamala Harris, who's black one day, then she's Indian the next. Y'all okay with that? Shout out to Jay Blue. Appreciate that, man. And I also think that when you look at this Tichina Arnold situation, right? I think that women hate seeing the truth from other women. Because Tichina Arnold, she's representing a woman that is showing you that she can be logical. That she can have some common sense. Most women are so emotional, they can't see anything logical, anything reasonable. They can't. And they're like attacking her because they don't like the truth coming from another woman. These stupid heifers would call her a mammy when that's not even what the term should be used for. But they so dumb that they think they can insert any word into something and attack somebody with it, and it will mean something. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. I'm gonna take a few phone calls, man. We gonna talk about this. Don't stay on the line too long either, people. All right. All right. There we go. See what y'all want to speak on this Tichina Arnold situation and why she's getting so much heat from these heifers, you know? I think it's a lot of outrage from like single bitter women. They can't do nothing. They can't get a man. They can't keep a man. You know, they have to go to dating apps. Yo, what's going on?
So Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up with you?
Good, man. Great topic, great show. It's always a blessing. But
thank you,
man. I'm gonna start off with saying this: Tichina Arnold showing us that there are in fact black women who do see the light, and there are in fact black females who don't have this illogical resentment for the men who look like them.
Right.
But One thing that I don't think a lot of these black females realize, the same resentment they have for black men is the same resentment that they're feeding the next generation of black females.
Mm-hmm.
They're feeding them the same resentment for other black men.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know this. These same black females who hate black men, they fail their children. Plain and simple. They're failing their children because they're raising their children with this animosity and this feminist mindset. And just like you said before, and I'm seeing it down here. I'm down here in the South just like you.
Mm-hmm.
What we're seeing right now is they're teaching these young black boys that these young black girls not only do they not want them, but these young black girls have the same illogical resentment. What I want to ask you is, how bad is this truly going to get?
I mean, it's bad now because everything is online, so it makes things worse. You know, because these videos will show up, you know, especially with TikTok, they can just throw anything on there. It's gonna get a lot of traction, and I think that, you know, it makes it worse. Honestly, I don't know how bad it can get. It just depends on how much the battle of the genders is in the media. How they try to pit black women and black men against each other. I say men and women in general now. I think they just trying to elevate women, you know, just so they can usurp male authority, but that'll never happen because there's still going to be men on top that's calling the shots, you know?
Right, and I'm going to log off with this. Right now, a lot of people I'm not that much younger than you. I'm 26. But, you know, we're seeing it because we're more. You see these young black men who are in high school, they're truly seeing it. Like, a lot of these young black athletes, unfortunately, they have to day out because these young black, you might think the older women are bad. This next generation of females, I'm going to just be real with you, man. I just don't know. Like, this baby mama culture and this OnlyFans culture and this feminist culture, you think it's bad with these older females? It's going to be extreme with these younger females. But, you know, thank you so much for letting me call in, man. God bless you.
All right, man. Thanks for the call in, man. Shout out to him for calling. Yeah, I think that's just a concerted effort to make things bad on purpose. But see, I think that's the difference with me. Like, I can't connect with women that have this biased, crazed, lunatic viewpoint on everything. Like, I can't relate to that. But there are males who will agree with women like this. They feel this way. And either they want to be women or, you know, they need women to survive. But the logic of women nowadays and their hatred and their open hatred, when they got to understand that us as black men, we can just move on. We don't have to deal with you. We don't. I think Gen Z should be very worried as well, Eliza, because the stuff that I'm seeing, you know, you got 18-year-olds in high school with OnlyFans accounts who's in high school with an OnlyFans account. Just imagine some girl in your high school having an OnlyFans account when you're in high school. Let's say you were in high school 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Just imagine the girls there having an OnlyFans. That's where we are, man. These young girls got a gold digger spirit. They have that thought spirit in these young girls, man. As soon as they turn 18, I seen a video where a girl she took her mom, she was 17, and I believe she had just graduated high school. She was about to graduate high school. She was in the doctor's office getting a BBL, to discuss getting a BBL. And she was barely out of high school. Her mama had to sign forms so she can get a bigger butt. Just so she can get online and be a thought. There was another video I came across where this dude was talking about how people in school were making fun of him because his sister, who's 19, is engaging in relations and putting it online, and she's like 19, and he's still in high school. I mean, these girls cannot wait to turn 18 or whatnot, so they can hop. I even joked to myself. I didn't say it online. I say these girls gotta get a permission slip just to get on OnlyFans. No, they gotta fill out a permission slip to get on OnlyFans, man. That's how crazy it is. Like or to get surgeries. That's how crazy it's getting, man. And these are the youngsters. These are the 18, the teenagers. They ain't even 20 yet. They done been ran through. Or they done got multiple videos of themselves getting back shots. That's where we at, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Put the number in the chat. Anybody else want to call in. My daughter friend got an OnlyFans. She only 14. What? That can't be right. Your daughter's friend has an OnlyFans and she's 14? Wow. That's the crazy thing. I don't think OnlyFans has an age restriction. I really don't. I don't think they have an age restriction. I think Instagram needs to have an age restriction because too many children are on that app and they're seeing what's going on and they're emulating what they see. Well, OnlyFans better hope that nothing X-rated is going on, or they're gonna have a problem on their hands. That's why they was trying to shut down that on OnlyFans to stop stuff like that from going on, but now they can't because they done said we don't want y'all to hate us, so let y'all continue doing what you're doing. You got people saying I want to be screwing on here. You trying to stop me from screwing on OnlyFans? Oh no, we got to do something. They trying to stop us from screwing on here. It's like that's what they want to do, man. If you're an adult, you can do whatever you want to do. But we need to talk about these children getting on these apps because I don't care if they're teenagers. They're still children to me. She wears makeup and look grown to me. Well, you know what? When I was in middle school, we had girls that looked like they were about 19, 20 years old, man. That's when I was in middle school. High school, you had girls that looked like grown women. Some of them, I don't know, maybe it's in the foods, man. They're developing so fast. Then they mothers treat their daughters like their daughter's their best friend. That makes it even worse. When you treating your teenage daughter like she your friend. She probably lied. I don't think they'll allow no 14-year-old. She probably lying by her age. But her mother, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to tell parents what they need to do, but she got to do what she got to do as far as handling that situation. That's what I would say. Because that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. You give people too much freedom, they're going to take advantage of it, and they're going to do things they shouldn't be doing. It ain't got nothing to do with porn, Dwayne. OnlyFans is people, they're content creators. Now, what goes on those X-rated sites, it's stricter now. It's a lot more stricter than it used to be, I believe. So we're not talking about that. We're not talking about people making videos, and everybody has identification and all that and whatnot. This is the Wild West. OnlyFans is the Wild West. But you know what's crazy too? Like younger females don't even want to work no more. These younger women don't even want to work no more. They prefer to just take photos all day, record videos on themselves. They don't, all the freedoms that they have gotten from these feminists, right? They basically have said, I don't care about any of this. I don't care about none of this. I just want to, be online all day. Date a rapper, date an athlete. It's like all the things that those women went through to make things more accessible to you. You basically said, I don't care. I don't really care. And then they still want traditionalism. They want a traditional man. It's like, huh? But you're not a traditional woman, I mean, you're an adult. If you're an adult, you can do whatever you want to do. But you can't still talk about how you want a traditional man when you're not traditional. I don't think that's gonna work out much. It's, as far as the whole traditional thing is concerned, right? That's why they got mad at Cam Newton with the whole cooking and cleaning. Because a lot of them don't know how to cook and they hate cleaning. No, yeah, OnlyFans doesn't promote sex. The people on OnlyFans promote it. It's not the platform itself. They don't overtly promote it, but they promote it by saying this is what just go on over there and this could happen. That can happen. You know what I'm saying? They allude to things, but the platform itself doesn't promote it. Because OnlyFans was a platform before a lot of them even went over there and did all that stuff. They were a whole platform doing things. So I can't put it on them. They tried to change. And they were subsequently stopped from changing their own platform. Yeah, but I just want to know from a lot of you heifers, man, how can you get upset at a man saying, I want a woman that can cook and clean? You got to understand, there's a lot of women who have dirty houses and dirty cars, and they don't even try to keep it tidy, even though, what if they have people coming over? What if they have a guy, that they're dating come over? Or you can cook for him. He ain't got to go to no fast food restaurant. You can cook for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you definitely have to talk to your children because they see what others do. Young people are very they are easily impressed by what they see other people do. Like you got these dudes who like to flash money in their videos. Like you got these young guys flashing money in their videos because they see that from these rappers. They see these rappers are flashing money, and they want to flash money. They want to be just like them, right? But I will say this, though. You can't say you're a good parent and your child is like out of control before they leave high school. Whatever they do after high school, once they're 18, that's on them. And I would tell anybody that once your kids are over the age of 18, they're no longer your responsibility. You know, whatever they do, if they screw up in life, that's on them. You can't, unless, especially if you did everything right to raise them, right? You did everything right. You shouldn't be to blame for how they, if they decide to go in a different direction. Because you've done everything you need to do. They're being raised by phones now and tablets. That's why you see them detached from their mothers and fathers, because they have more of a relationship with social media than their own parents, because they allow their children to be raised by tablets and cell phones and stuff like that. Right, DJ? They are promoting it. It ain't the platform itself. It's the people that's on the platform that's doing that. I know they're going to make mistakes, Sarah. Listen, everybody makes mistakes. I'm talking about like their career choices, like whatever they choose to do in their careers, or like if I raised you all these years, all I ask is that you look for employment once you get to 18, so you can have your own car, have your own house, your own apartment and whatnot, or you go to school. Like that's stuff that we've already talked about. You should be able to find what you want to do, but that's not what's going on anymore. These people had their children living with them till they about 30 or 40 years old. And then they wonder why those adults are in a bit of mental arrested development. Like they haven't really developed. It's because you ain't allowed them to go out there and, live life. And you haven't been stricter and be like, listen, man, you're too grown to be living there. You can make an opportunity out of anything now. You can go online and find opportunities. Just don't, you can be a live streamer, be a streamer. You can go stream. You can go do that, man. You can do something. I remember I seen this court show, right? The parents was suing their son. He was big on TikTok. And he started to make a lot of money on TikTok doing cooking videos. And I guess he damaged the kitchen. They were suing him. And the dude was making good money on TikTok. According to him now. He was making good money, but he was living with his parents. And they like, man, you make money. You damage this kitchen. You going to have to pay for it. I'm in my laser. I started working at 12 years old. These kids want everything handed out to them. That's the thing, Cali girl. Like, they're too entitled. These Gen Z, hell, these millennials are entitled and spoiled and lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to have their own. Listen, I was young too. I remember being in my late teens and early 20s. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. It took me a little while, but I was finally able to get my footing in my 20s to have my own, to carve out a path for myself where I didn't need my mother and father or nobody else. But these same people, they don't have that same want to. And that's where we're at. They're lazy as hell. Very lazy. But they'll go film a video in the gym. They'll do that. But as far as, going and working and supporting themselves, they're a little slow on that. You know what I'm saying? They know how to put together an Instagram page, but they don't even know how to do anything else. Salute to everybody that's here. Let's talk about some things that's going on in the media while I'm live. Let's talk about some random topics. This has been on deck. I was thinking about doing a video on it, but I said, nah. Models are too beautiful for love unite to cry. It's out of my control. Sometimes when you're this hot, you're just gonna get burned. A growing number of models and social media influencers claim they are being penalized for being too beautiful, resulting in them repeatedly being rejected from dating apps amid accusations of catfishing and intimidating dates. While most people want to put their best face forward, this pack of beauties claims that it's exactly what's keeping them from landing lovers. Talia Paris, a 24-year-old Playboy model, claims Bumble removed her profile despite her protestations that her photos didn't break guidelines. I was on the app for not even a few hours because pictures I tried posting on my profile were removed, even though they were normal photos. The California-based model, who also works as a DJ, told the press. She alleges the app removed her pictures because she's too beautiful. 3 or 4 times to different pictures, and Bumble only allowed one of my pictures to stay up. Shout out to Darrell. There's a late bloomer too. Until I figured it out. Well, that's how it is, Darrell. But you know.
I was a late bloomer too. 29 years old until I figure it out, lol.
That's how it be, man. But you figured it out. You figured it out. Shout out to you, man. Which was really hurting my odds in the dating app world. After living single for 4 years, she took to the popular platform in hopes of finding the one, but was surprised when the app's moderators took down her photos. The pictures I posted were very basic. One was a selfie of myself. One was a picture of a friend of mine had taken at the beach. She said, I tried to keep it very PG and not model-esque at all. I wanted guys to not stop at the profile because I'm a professional model, but because I'm just another average girl looking for a date. But Paris isn't the only online beauty allegedly barred from the app. Allah Hoff from Mold Wales says she makes more than $57,000 a year on OnlyFans. But despite her apparently crowd-pleasing looks, she's regularly kicked off dating apps. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge have banned half from the platform because her photos look too fake. How many people can relate? How many of y'all can relate to being kicked off of these platforms? Oh man. Hold on. Up, having an issue. Let me see if I can stop it from is it still doing that? Okay. All right. Let's see if it smooths out. You may have to refresh. Let me tell people in here to refresh. Yeah, you may have to refresh. Hold up. Let me refresh my damn self. Let me refresh this myself. Okay. See if everybody's here. All right. Look, I'm behind. Oh, I am behind. Let me go. Okay. Okay, I think I need to get some of these windows, so that's probably what it is. Yo, hold on a second while I straighten this out. I only had this issue now. Let's see. Salute to everybody that's here. Let's see. Let's see. Take that off. And yeah. Stay with me. Stay with me. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. I get this situation settled. All right. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat if y'all can if I'm still there. It's not buffering. Just let me know. All right. All right. Okay, y'all still there. All right. Y'all know I gotta make sure. All right. All right, hold on. Let I get this situated. Having a buffering issue. All right, I appreciate y'all being here though. While I figure this out, I'm trying to get this article to show up, so I'm refreshing everything. Shout out to James.
This article is one big humble brag. Basically, they just saying, I'm too sexy for this app. Too sexy for this Earth nail care light skin tone.
You say that, James. That's basically what they're saying. They're like, and all of them look like they've been artificially, altered somewhat. But this also, when somebody ain't never been attractive before, now they're considered attractive. They don't know how to act. Okay, let me see if I get back to where I was. All right. So I get back to where I was. All right. She said that she was first booted from Tinder back in September 2020. I believe I did a video on her. Then again in December 2021, after regaining her account, she was also removed from Bumble in 2020 and Hinge in March of 2021. You know why they're banning these chicks? Because they're there to promote their OnlyFans. Because I think that those dating apps, when they see these women and they probably put in their bios that they own their OnlyFans models, that's why they're booting those women, because they're coming onto the platform to promote their OnlyFans. They're on the I believe they believe these women are on the platform to promote their OnlyFans. That's why they're booting them. I would never post anything offensive, but it's hard to find a picture of myself wearing clothes when it's 90% of my pictures are in lingerie. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that if all your pictures, or most of them, you have on lingerie? You can also put on clothes, but you don't feel attractive in clothes. You know, a lot of these women online, they don't feel attractive with clothes on. They feel attractive without clothes. Because she thinks that if she puts on clothes, she's going to look very regular. And she doesn't, and these chicks do not want to look regular. All you have to do is take a brand new photo wearing clothes. For other women, the dating apps aren't the problem. Elizabeth Marie Clever, 27-year-old Playboy and Maxim model, said her looks are too intimidating for her dates. Oh boy. The San Diego-based model, who has amassed over 3 million followers on Instagram, said the men that she dates struggle to hold a conversation. Man, come on, man. Y'all don't care about no conversation. Since when do women on a dating app care about a conversation? She's looking for a Chad. She's looking for a Giga Chad. She's looking for a guy that's like 6'4", 230 pounds of solid muscle with a square jawline. That's what she's looking for. You looking for a man with... There's a lot of men who can have good conversations with. They're called friends, okay? Dating is hard. Guys are scared because I'm so beautiful, she said, who herself, who's been single for 6 months, told Jam Press. I've been told that I'm intimidating to guys because I'm tall. I'm 5'10". And I'm beautiful and I have very intense personality. See, that's why you're single. You're single right there because you have a very intense personality, which means that you're troubled. That means that you have a troubling personality that these guys can't mesh with. The men who court her, are normally too cocky and self-obsessed, she added, and they see beautiful women as trophies. But ain't that the type of men y'all want? Don't y'all want the cocky and self-obsessed men? Because y'all don't want the other type of men, right? I know I wear a bikini online, but it's a job. Most guys can't see past that. Well, if your dating profile features you in pictures in your bikini, that's how they're going to see you. But some women are so beautiful, their photos are used to catfish other users. OnlyFans model Luna Benna said Tinder banned her because her images were used to lure and trick other hopeful singles. Well, that's crazy, and that's messed up. The 21-year-old said that she first had success with the app back in 2017, even going on some dates until she was shockingly removed. People were stealing my photos and making money using my images. Catfishing, basically, the Florida-based model told Jam Press, is really disappointing when people create fake profiles after stealing my images. It's sad for the person behind the image, and it's sad for the person who gets catfished. Because there's a wealth of fake profiles, every time Benna tries to sign up again, Tinder boots her, she claimed. I've had a lot of different looks over the years, and I've been on the internet forever. So they have lots of options to work with, she said. I just need to keep reminding myself I can't do anything about it, and it's out of my control. Well, that's where we're at, man. Straight to dating apps. I don't see her going on dates with men she meets in public because these women don't want men in public. They want to chase the men. I would not be surprised if the men that she's going on dates with are men that she's messaging them more so than they're messaging her. They want to pick and choose. See, that's the gamble that you take when you go to dating apps. That's the gamble that you take when you go on these dating apps. Instead of you meeting a man organically, you want to go to dating apps. And that's why, dating for a lot of these women it's bad for them right now. Salute to everybody that's here, man. Everybody got an excuse. They got an excuse. I want to talk about another topic, but this is going to be a little bit serious, man. It's going to be a little serious. We got an educated woman that ruined her life and took her own freedom. It's another one from New York Post. I told y'all these women are losing their minds.
How are they going to put their twins all up in the camera like Tia and Tamara and not expect that type of attention face?
Jamie.
Person face palming, medium dark skin tone male sign.
Yeah, Jamie, appreciate that, man. Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Why are you looking?" And it's like, well, I mean, you got the tatas out, man. I want to talk about this woman from Florida. She was a personal injury lawyer that was disbarred after she mowed down 4 people. There's a whole lot of things we could say about this photo here, but I'm going to focus on the story. A Florida personal injury attorney has been disbarred after she was accused of mowing down 4 people in a parking lot because of voices in her head, police said. I told y'all, these women are starting to lose their minds. Beatrice Bijot, that's how you say her last name, who's 31, was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder after she allegedly mounted the sidewalk and struck the pedestrians outside of a Fort Lauderdale grocery store back in February. She told the cops that voices in her head had told her to harm the people, according to an arrest report obtained by the Miami Herald. Beatrice, who was allegedly driving at about 35 miles per hour, made no attempt to slow down. During the attack, police said at one point the surveillance video showed her reversing at a high rate of speed before she allegedly tried to strike another pedestrian, according to the cops. The attorney had since been disbarred after the state Supreme Court granted the Florida Bar emergency request to suspend her. Beatrice, who once represented clients injured in such accidents, was admitted to the state's Bar Association back in 2016. She is being held without bail after pleading not guilty to 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of high speed or wanton fleeing, 4 counts of attempted murder. But she claims it was the voices, but then claims she's not guilty. What is going on, man? I told y'all, man, something is going on with these women. These women are starting to lose their minds. This woman mowed down 4 people because she claims she heard voices in her head. But y'all want to make it seem like it's the black men that are making this up. It's black men that are making these things up. Black women are doing great. They're winning. They're educated. They have more degrees. They're enrolled in college at a higher rate than anybody. They are the highest growing group of entrepreneurs. They buy more Asian hair than anybody. They are number 1 on that list. They are the number 1 consumers of Asian hair. And they're losing their minds. We just seen a guy in New York go and do what he did. But he never said he was hearing voices. I don't think that came up as a defense. I just think you have a person who's evil and who clearly has psychological issues. And these psychological issues have driven her to this madness. Now maybe she's gonna want an insanity to plea, a plea, but I don't know how you get insanity when you plead not guilty. I mean, I know you can do both. You can, plead not guilty due to, mental situation. But, this woman planned this. This was at a grocery store. Now, maybe she was pissed because she paid more than what she thought and she was going to do something about it. So the way she was going to do something about it, maybe the orange juice cost just a little bit too much. Maybe the taxes was a little bit too much. Maybe she had gotten into it with somebody at the counter. But you got to handle that a different way. Mowing down people you don't know is not the answer. This woman is clearly out of her mind, but I don't think that she's crazy to the point of where voices made her do it. Either she's on, again, I tell y'all, these people do drugs. These females are doing drugs at an alarming rate. Pills, coke. They smoke a lot of weed, but, I'm not saying that is, but, they're functional alcoholics. It could be the jab, allegedly. No, I don't think it's the jab, but there's a lot that's going on here, but I'm telling you, these women are starting to lose their minds, and we're starting to see it in 4K. In 4K, we are starting to see it. This woman mowed down 4 people and claimed it was voices. What are we to do as black men? What are we to do? Right? What are we to do? What are we to do? Let me do one more. I'm gonna do like a bit. Well, should I save this? No, I might say that. The EBT card got canceled. She's on the Florida. She's a lawyer, man. She's an attorney. She's an attorney. She's a successful lawyer. What do you mean? She's a successful lawyer. What's up, DJ?
Bro, clenched fist, dark skin tone.
What's up, DJ Twice? 609. Appreciate it, man. She's a successful lawyer, man. She's not down bad like that. Is it wrong to say
that America is the devil's playground? So much crazy and wicked mess out here, SMH. Wild times we living in.
Yes, Tehran. And you know what's they thought that things would be easier with all this technology, but it has made things worse. Because before we had all this technology, people lived a simpler life. But now because we have access to everything and we become spoiled as a people, when things don't go our way, we lose it. Or some people out here are losing it. She's a PhD. Yeah, she's a PhD. She's a PhD, damn it. She is a PhD. Salute to everybody that's here, Shout out to everybody here. I'm trying to figure out, should I play this video?
Women be only knowing men for 3 months and moving in with them with their children.
Right, Ronette, appreciate that. What's going on, Ronette? It's been a minute. What's going on, Ronette? I ain't seen you around in a minute. Well, shout out to you with the super chat, man. Yeah, just like I said in my stream with Benzino, that woman knew this guy for 3 days, and she already had this man in her house. For 3 days. Around her son. And I think besides Benzino, trying to come over there and play, trying to play husband to her, he should have been upset at the fact that she had this man in her house that she only knew for 3 days. This man had a bag, and no, it wasn't a trash bag. Some moron said that in the comments. It was a trash bag, Jay. So the dude had his wallet in a trash bag. That's how dumb some of you are. No, he didn't have no trash bag in her house with his wallet in it. He could have kept his wallet in his car. You know why he didn't keep his wallet in his car? It's because he was planning on being in that house over a day or so. That's why he ain't had his wallet in his car. He had his wallet in his travel bag in her house after 3 days of knowing her. And there are women who do this. And that's the thing about Benzino's ex. She looks like the naive type. Now, you go to her social media, she try to make herself seem like she's this brand influencer. She's writing a book. That woman looks dumb as a box of rocks. And she seemed dumb as a box of rocks from that video. She barely said anything. The guy that she knew for 3 days was doing more of the talking than she was. She going in the house, getting this, fetching his wallet, fetching him some water. And she's only known this dude for 3 days. And this dude has his wallet in your house. Why is his wallet in your house? Why is it not on him? He had his gun on him. Why he got his wallet in her house? And you have some people defending that. Listen, if you're a woman and you defend that, it's because you're easy. A man can meet you in 3 days. He'd be up in your house around your children, having you fetch him some water while he sit up there and clown your ex, who you've known longer than him. But that's that new Dizzick, man. New Dizzick. It makes these women intoxicated. They get intoxicated by new Dizzick that they can't even think straight. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Yeah, I want a lot of you ladies to understand something, man. Who listen to me, because you know I'm an intelligent person. You cannot be having people in your house like that, like randomly like that after just knowing them for a day or so, because that destroys this whole narrative that you want to get to know a guy. A lot of y'all don't want to get to know these men. You just want to sleep with these men and get to know them later. And then you wonder why their narcissism comes out and you're unprepared for them. You fetch them some water. How could you? Yo, that really had them tight, man. That had them tight, man. Just imagine the woman that you had a child with went and got this dude some water. That because she didn't want him to leave. That's why. Yeah, did you bring him some water? I got a daughter-in-law that met someone on one of these dating apps and moved in with him with her young daughter without ever letting us meet him. Wow. See, that's the thing right there I'm talking about. These women be so thirsty for a man, they will move that man into their home and they don't even know that man's last name. They just know his nickname. They ain't never talked to his family. They ain't even met his kids. He done met her kids, but she ain't even met his kids. Don't even know what he do for a living. But got them all in her house. Knowing a guy for 3 days, dude got his. First of all, you have to be very comfortable with somebody to have your wallet in their house, and you going for walks. And you mean to tell me that she wasn't moving a little too fast? That's why he was upset. Because Benzino's like, who is this? I just saw you the other day. You ain't had nobody. Now all of a sudden you taking walks with this guy, having this guy in your house. some women can't go without men, right? They move one man out, move another man right back in, right in there, right into that man's spot. Not even really getting to know that man. But y'all are comfortable having these men around your children. Look at what Kim K is doing with Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is out here with Northwest on his lap, driving around. And you wonder why Kanye feels some type of way? With a guy who's a certified weirdo. And you got this dude is riding around with his daughter on his lap. And you don't expect people to feel some type of way? Some men will get there, will get hurt by having another man's child on their lap like that. They will get hurt. That's all I would say. But we are in a different day and age, aren't we? We are in a different day and age, right? These women just love putting new dudes around their children. And they wonder why these dudes lose their minds and, well, y'all know the rest. I don't condone any of these men acting violent, but when you try to keep these men from their children and you put other men in front of their children, it's gonna have an effect that you don't like. It's gonna have that effect. And you need to understand that before you go and do something dumb. So that's right, because she really doesn't know what she is doing. Wow, on that's a bad situation to be in. That's why I tell people the communication is key, and you have communicating to a person that your worries and letting them know how that everybody feels that way. Thank you, Aries Ram, appreciate that, man. Yeah, especially these young girls, man, they have all these issues with themselves, their children, and then they will go and they will move men in there still. Men who are mentally unstable, themselves, they're mentally unstable, and you having them around children, man. We've seen story after story of these stepdaddies abusing the children, killing the children because the child is crying or. The child may say things because children are going to say things and he's getting in his feelings, and these women don't care. As long as they have the man that they want, some loser that probably just got out of jail and need a place to stay. Because y'all got to understand, these women, because I used to see this when I was in high school. These girls will go and visit the jailhouse website to see who's incarcerated that day. Or that week, to see when that man is getting out of jail. I believe to see when that dude is getting out of jail. And so they'll know when he gets out of jail, they will contact them through social media to try to date them. They'll tell this dude, because the dude probably living with relatives or somebody, or you can come stay with me. That's what they doing. They're recruiting these dudes straight out the penitentiary. Or they're recruiting dudes from other states who ain't got no place to stay to come live with them. And again, they don't know these guys. They just like the way these guys look aesthetically. And they use that's why women, the first thing these women do when they turn 18, they get a place to stay. It ain't because they want to get out of their relative's house, their mother's house or whatnot. It's because they want to go move some N-word in there. They want to go move some N-word in there. And that's what they do. They start recruiting these males to come live with them. When they talk I got my own place. I got my own car. They're saying that because they want to recruit one of these down on their luck males who they are attracted to come live with them. I did the live stream about the female that kicked her boyfriend out because he found another girlfriend, right? And she was burning up, and then she decided to cut up his clothes and she bleached up his clothes, right? All that stuff she paid for. She paid for all that. Instead of her keeping a receipt and then taking it back, get her money back, she cutting up the shoes and cutting up the clothes because he was somebody she probably met straight out of jail, or he was living with somebody, some relative sleeping on the couch, and she had the dude come live with her. See, this is why you need to stop having broke ass males living in your house. This is the culture that you see in the black communities everywhere. They recruit these males to live with them. That's what they do. That's why you see these refrigerator-built heifers with dudes who look like they're in shape. They take care of themselves, for the most part, physically. And they with these women who are built like refrigerators who have about 5 kids. Because these women have a place to stay in a warm bed. They let them drive their car while they're at work. They eat all the snacks, right? That's what these guys do, man. That's why they are definitely afraid of men getting their shit together. If men get their shit together, you won't see that anymore. If the collective of black men got their shit together, a lot of you bad built heifers wouldn't have a man. You wouldn't have 5 kids out of wedlock because they would be afraid of impregnating you. They would be afraid of impregnating you. That's a fact. That's why I want more black men to get their shit together. I want more black men to be red-pilled, and I want more black men to take their financial futures into their hands because they can do it. We're the most creative people on the planet. Nobody's more creative than us. We make everything pop. That's a fact. These bad built chicks with all these kids, like, we have to fix the standards, gentlemen. We need better standards. We need better standards. It's too many egotistical, bad built heifers out here who are out here recruiting men to live with them. We need to put an end to this. We need to put an end to this. We need to make Lizzo want to get in shape. We need to end all this big girl love. We need to end all this because we have to. It ain't just with the big girls. You got a lot of skinny, slim, slick heifers who are out here recruiting. You know, got a whole bunch of kids and they out here recruiting men to live with them. So it goes any kind of way. You got the big built heifers and you got the twig built heifers. You got the twig built heifers, the refrigerator built heifers. You got, now I will say this though. You do got the more attractive females that got multiple kids. Usually they're with one of their baby's daddies. Probably the one they've been with the longest. Okay. They usually stay with it. They stay with their baby daddies, you know. But these other heifers, they with a different dude all the time. Cause these dudes, they hate themselves, man. They like, they look themselves in the mirror. They like, man, I'm with her, and they formulate a plan to get out. Okay, you know they you know, you got the twig built heifers, then you got the bad built heifers, man. But the thick heifer ain't never without a dude. She ain't got to recruit. The thick chick ain't got to recruit. She gets offers. She get offers like college, you know, college scholarship offers. The thicker females, they get the college, they get the offers. They don't have to recruit, you know. They get offers. They, you know, offers and invites. Hey Jay, I'm a thick girl. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with a thick girl. That's what I'm saying. Thicker girls don't have to recruit. They don't have to recruit. They get invites. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do all that. They don't have to do that. It's the twig built heifers, and then you got the big defensive end built fullback built heifers out here. You know, those chicks. I'm not talking about the big girls with shapes on them. No, you got small waists, big hips, You know, I'm not talking about them. Again, they don't have to recruit like the big heifer, the bigger built heifers and the twig skinny heifers. They always got to recruit, man. Because they competing against everybody. You know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got. Mm-hmm.
Salute. We as black men have to set better standards for ourselves and uphold them if we want more people to respect us.
Right. Appreciate that, Chuzzy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Y'all know what I'm saying is true, man. There's a reason why certain women never have to go nowhere to get not only get attention, but to actually date the men they want to date. You know, and there's a reason why certain other women, they have to recruit. They got to get on the ground recruiting. You know, they have to recruit different states, different cities. They got to go from dating app to dating app. You know what I'm saying? They got to put their foot in that recruiting. Like, they have to recruit hard. They be making it extremely clear that they have their own place and they have their own car. Why do you have to say that as a woman? Why do you have to say that? It is because that's all they have to offer. Okay? And they're going to put out there that, listen, I can take care of you. And I'm recruiting you to be able to live off of me while I work my 2 jobs plus go to school. You have a chance to stay with me. Free cable, lights paid for, water paid for. You ain't got to worry about the groceries. I got all that taken care of. I even cook too, a little bit. Yes, I have 4 kids, but they're not a problem. I could just send them off to their grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? Take care of you on your birthday. Buy your Christmas stuff. Yo, these heifers recruiting, man. I'm telling you, man. They recruiting, man. They recruiting, sending out scholarships, sending out resumes. They sending out resumes. I'm telling you, man. It's harder. I'm telling you, man. Listen. That's what's going on out here, man. I'm telling you, that's what's going on out here, man. These chicks are out here recruiting, looking at the jail websites to see who getting out of jail, being at the bus stations, dating dudes at the job. You know, you can tell that this guy ain't worked in about 5 years, but he got child support. So, you know, they recruiting males off at the job. He telling them, listen, I'll help you pay your child support. I'm telling you, man, these chicks out here recruiting, man. Yeah, buy your new video games. You want that new Madden? That 2K? Guess what? I'll even set up your Twitch channel too. He like, you know what Twitch is? She like, yeah, I know what Twitch is. Might even help you get a YouTube live stream. Have you on a YouTube live stream doing panels? You know, she set all that up, man. Buy you the new 2K every month, every year. The new 2K with new Jordans. Oh my God, buy him some Jordans every other week. Get a new pair of Jordans. Every other week, new pair of Jordans. Salute to everybody that's here, man. I'll tell you, man, when y'all see these uneven couples, you got to do a double take. You like, because us as men, we're programmed to always put our best foot forward, right? You know, we can't be out of shape. You know, you gotta dress a certain type of way, but then you got chicks with bonnets on and all, you know, they stay with a dude, you know? Yeah, child support definitely in the rears, man. But she already promised them that she'd help him on the child support. The chick like 3 sizes bigger than the dude, man. Looking like his bodyguard. Looking like his goddamn bodyguard, man. What's going on out here, man? Dude looking around like help. He want a way out, but he know he can't go nowhere because he ain't got nowhere to go. So he got to tough it out, man. Tax season is the biggest recruiting. No, tax season is signing day. Signing day is tax season. It's signing day. It's when a lot of these relationships get solidified. Is right before tax season. Right before tax season, that's when a lot of these relationships get solidified. You know what I'm saying? She's been recruiting through the fall and into the winter, and then when January, February hits, that's when that tax money is gonna hit, and that's when these relationships have already been solidified, because she done recruited her or somebody. And he's definitely going to be there for tax season, because that's when the Air Jordans is coming, the PS5s is coming, you know, couple of new outfits, some fitted hats maybe, you know, maybe getting them some fresh supply of weed and helping him with his child support, putting some rims on his car. Until that, and then once tax season is over, that relationship is over. They are out of there. They don't put up with this hell for too long, man. They out of there. Wait till about March roll around. They out of there. They are out of there. March and April, they out of there. And she back single again, recruiting, and he's back single doing whatever. Salute to everybody that's here. Jay, you really are the GOAT, man. Keep up the great work. Watch you every day, all the way from UT Martin. Oh, thank you, Dark. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, UT Martin. Shout out to all my college subscribers. Shout out to y'all, man, out here being successful, winning, successful. You see, my subscribers are successful. They're not bums. They're not living at home. They're striving to do their own thing. You know, successful people listen to me, you know. All I know is success with the people around me, because I have that mindset, and I push that mindset of success and being great and being greatness, you know. And salute to everybody through the hard work y'all put in this week at your jobs or wherever. Maybe if you're self-employed, maybe you were just in the classroom and you're looking for a few days off. You know, some of y'all probably already got your weekend started. I remember I'll be getting off work on Fridays, and I would see guys going into the store buying like 24-pack beers, and you can tell they ready to start the weekend. I actually saw that the other day. I saw somebody in the store, but it was a Thursday. It wasn't a Friday. It was crazy. He had a big old 24-pack. He was ready to get it in, man. And it wasn't even the weekend yet. Harbor was good, man. Hold up, I seen a TW was good, man. They sent me back in the office. Yeah. I'm all about the success, man. I respect you, Jay. Well, I appreciate that, sir. But yeah, I'm pretty sure some of y'all done already got your weekend started. It's still springtime. How many of y'all done been on the beach already or gonna be on the beach soon? They call the 24-pack a suitcase. Yep. You know. That Friday pack gonna be gone Saturday. Of course, Jared, it's definitely gonna be gone by Saturday. That 24 for today only. That 24 pack for today only. They're trying to get messed up tonight. They ain't waiting for tomorrow. They want to get messed up tonight. No, I go to FIU. My type. Oh, you go to FIU? Okay, sir. Shout out to you at FIU, Florida International. Jada, man. Thank you, Cali girl. No beach until November grind time. I hear you on that, Arbor. I barely get any vacation time. I said I was gonna get vacation time this year, but the work has increased. You know. Next thing you know, this time next year I'll be talking about retirement from this, but I'm still gonna be doing videos and live streams. I'm like, man, I'm about to retire from this, man. I've been doing this 8-9 years. I could be saying that, but then you see me do about 2 live streams a day, probably. That sigil was good. So what y'all got planned for the weekend? Hopefully being responsible, not getting into anything, you know. No, it ain't just the thoughts, Gerald. I mean, I got more of these beta males to cover, you know. That's why I'm gonna do the Patreon exclusive about the perfect white knights. There's a lot of white knighting going on. You know, these male allies, you know, I have to, you know, smack them upside the head too. They gotta get smacked upside the head too, you know, of course. You know. What's good, Ernest? Dion says family time. And shout out to the women that can cook, you know. I know Sarah can cook. She's told me. You know, shout out to all the women that can cook. Again, I don't have women around me that can't cook, that don't like to clean, and that, you know, are genuinely, you know, annoying. I don't have women like that around me. You know. It's good, man. You know, it's a lot going on. So it's good that a lot of y'all are still able to make it work in this climate, because they try to browbeat you and try to demoralize you, but it makes you stronger. It really does, and it should make you stronger. Sarah said, make salmon and rice today, okay? Kelly Girl says, definitely a cooker, okay? Nothing like that, man. It's definitely a good, trait to have, because, again, if you want a man that works hard, he's going to appreciate that. A man that doesn't work doesn't care either way if you could cook or not. But you also want to get some rest in too, one thing I know for sure, if you work yourself into the ground, you're gonna damage yourself in a way. So you got to take time to recharge and reflect. Recharge and reflect. That's what you're gonna want to do, man. Thank you, Unconditional Love. Appreciate that, man. Brian says, I'm starting my intern in a few weeks, going to Houston. Okay. That's what's up, bro. Making moves, man. Yeah, Houston is a fast-growing city. It has been for almost a decade now. Sarah says, I'm recharging tonight. But yeah, man, you definitely got to take time off, because, you don't want to work yourself into the ground, because you'll never, I say never recover, but you can do damage to yourself if you continue on knowing that you got to pull back, All right. That's it for me, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can email me topics. The email is in the description. Everything is in the description. But I'll put it in the chat. Shout out to all the people that's following me on Twitter. For some reason, my Twitter followers have been going up. So I don't know if it's the people sharing my content, maybe people from YouTube, but I appreciate it though. But follow the social media, man. That's how you know when I'm posting or when I'm going live. Hopefully y'all checked out the two videos I posted today. One was very strategic, the other one wasn't. All right. Paris, what's up? Happy Friday to you, everybody here. My IG is in the chat, California girl. It's unofficial Jaye. Unofficial Jaye. Shout out to Ernest. What's good, Mark? All right, people, that's it for me. I appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to y'all. Don't make any decisions that you may regret, and always think, what would Jaye do? You got to ask yourself that question. What would Jaye do? All right, people. See y'all.